Our neighbours, the Kiwis, our once comrades in war. The NZ bros privately tucked away in a far corner of the southern hemisphere. They're go-getters, they play hard, and are really good at riding motorcycles for the simple fact New Zealand is one of the planet's ultimate off-road playgrounds. The 1190 farmers are back.
Like I said to you last year, you could have a good farm bike on the Coromandel.
You do. For its third year running, the KTM New Zealand Adventure Rallye is elevating to a whole new level. Ready to race?
Yes.
Not only will riders experience one of the most challenging courses of its kind, this year's event will also host KTM's Ultimate Race Qualifier, a means to extract the two most capable adventure bike riders in the country and send them to the Merzouga Rally of Morocco.
Welcome everybody to our third annual KTM New Zealand Adventure Rally. Who's excited to be here?
But now it's time for adventure and the obligatory warnings that come with it.
Safety. So obviously, motorcycling is dangerous, otherwise we wouldn't be fucking doing it.
So every year at all these rallies around the world, someone stands up and goes, this is not a race, and it doesn't work. All our shirts say ready to race, all our bikes say ready to race. I want to expand on that a bit more. We've got 110 orange, loud motorbikes going through tiny rural communities. We're going to have a really, really big impact on this area. And it's very important that we do everything we can to make that as positive impact as possible.
Awaiting most of us, the excitement of 6 days riding off-road through picturesque New Zealand. Righto then, I guess it's going to be a wet one. 2 hours in and it hasn't stopped raining. It's not flogging with rain, but moisture is constantly hitting us in the face. The tracks become narrow and the pace is lifting. All is well until I try to rely on traction I never had.
Yeah. I'm good.
Okay, so this is the reason why Chris Birch runs motocross tyres on his 1090. And who should I find in the fray? V8 supercar legend Greg Murphy, happier than a pig in shit helping riders up the hill.
You see him get smacked?
Yeah, Jesus. Welcome to New Zealand, Maxime.
Thanks a lot.
The rally has officially begun, Chris.
Yeah.
30 minutes later, I've encountered the optional black breakout, and there's no one to be seen. Except a lone roadster, dressed in a waxed farm coat. Either he's lost his way on the course, or he rides this shit every day at home just to round up his cattle. Bugger, there's no way I'll get moving from a standstill in here. Lucky the old farm boss eats this stuff for breakfast and comes to my aid. The only decent thing to do, of course, is go back and return the favour.
Lucky you were here.
Lucky you were here.
Thanks, Peter. That's the gnarliest bit of trail I've ever ridden an adventure bike through.
Is this what you signed up for, or
Yeah.
do you want to get your money back and go home?
Hell no, it's good. It's just beginning.
It's just beginning.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wait till we get to 10.
Pretty awesome, mate. Oh, and you're running the saddlebag. What's in there?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
You know there's a luggage truck, don't you?
Yeah, it's got spares in there. So.
Are you like Mr. Fix-It, just waiting for someone?
I'm not.
No?
I am not.
What about you, Brenton May?
How can I help you, sir?
How did you get to this wild country?
Well, I live here.
You live here?
Unfortunately, and after many years, I finally succumbed to the KTM.
Oh, really?
Yeah, much to the disappointment of my son and lots of.
What other inferior motorcycles have you owned or been riding?
Oh, mainly Yamahas, actually.
Yeah, rightio. They're okay. Updating the Facebook status, are we?
Marriage status.
Yeah, marriage status.
Tinder?
Questionable.
Grinder.
Do I swipe left?
Grinder? Is it Grinder?
I nearly had to man in my bed last night, actually.
What's this accent that you're running?
Very mixed. South African / Australian.
Really?
Kiwi.
And now you live in New Zealand? What's to come?
The weather will be better.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. The beach will be good.
Yep.
Tupaki River will be really cool.
Tupaki River.
Yeah.
Is that a decent crossing?
We ride up it for about 5 k's.
Wait, was I supposed to turn there? Rosie Lalonde, our Canadian-Australian queen of adventure. She runs these rallies like clockwork and can hold her own on the bike in any terrain too.
What happened out there?
Nothing special. We just enjoy the beach riding.
Ah. Did you do all the breakouts?
No, first one skipped and then second one somewhere. Yep.
You don't come all the way to New Zealand to skip the breakouts, Tucker. Okay?
I'm so nervous.
You'll be
Just
right.
a cheeky guy.
Tomorrow, a few of you obviously didn't quite take me seriously when I said it was slippery and rutty and whatever. So today when I tell you it's soft sand or whatever, what I mean, sand goes from soft to impossibly soft. So when I say soft, it means soft. When I say very soft, it means very soft. Okay?
So this is a KTM Adventure Rally. You, your bike of choice, riders in front, riders behind, and a seemingly endless supply of trails and forest roads.
Contemplating doing the breakout? Yeah. Get in there. Get in there.
Hot on our heels was young gun Sam Brown. He bought this old KTM 990 rally bike purely to enter the KTM Ultimate Race qualifier. And something tells me he could be in with a chance.
Pacific Ocean on this side, the Tasman Sea on that side, meeting in the middle.
What do you know about this joint, mate?
Oh, I know this is the winterless north. We're just really enjoying it right now.
The rain seems to be coming upwards into our eyes.
Seriously, how good was today?
90-mile beach, loved it. Awesome.
I was a bit bored with it in the end, to be honest.
It's not 90 miles long, so it must mean you can go 90 miles an hour, doesn't it?
Yeah. And the rest. These few 1290s.
Yeah,
what's the popular choice?
We've got probably popular choices a 1090. There's quite a few of those getting around. A few guys on 690.
Kyle Blunden of KTM Australia, a factory mechanic come national motocross team manager, to now events coordinator. It's his first outing on a KTM Adventure Rallye, and he seems a little surprised at the capabilities of these twin-cylinder beasts.
They take a solid beating, don't they?
The things are unbelievable. What people are doing on these bikes is literally unbelievable.
Do you live in this country?
Yes.
What's happening out there today? What can we expect?
Ooh. That's a good one. I overheard Rosie talking, you need to be world champion.
To take on any of the breakouts?
Oh, particularly the first one, I think, was what
yeah?
talking about.
You going straight in there?
No.
Why not?
I've had a month's holiday in the US and rode up yesterday from Auckland off the plane.
Really?
So I've got a broken ass, I'm tired, and not fit.
And did you bring this old warhorse over from Slovenia?
No. Bought it here, bought it down in Christchurch while I was still there.
Yeah?
And yeah, here I am, giving my first rally.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
What are you going to do today?
Going to have a good ride, going to have a safe ride, going to enjoy myself, going to
flog the guts out of that 690? Something like that.
Something like that.
Where are you off to?
The bags.
Yeah, then what?
Doing some rallying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You reckon you got day 3 covered? You've made it this far?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
It's going too easy.
It's going to be cruising along, I think, and get my tyres down. I think it's going to be a big one.
It's time to drop the pressures, isn't it?
Drop the pressures for sure.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah, no messing around.
Do you know what the terrain is for the day?
We're hitting clay shit today. And that, mate, what's in there?
She's low.
Is it?
Yeah, it's only at about 14.
Fuck, leave it. Maybe go
I'll
just...
probably take it up a little bit.
Alright, go to 18. If there's 14 in there, go to 18. Is it really 14?
There is 100% chance of no dust today. We've got a guarantee from the ambassador here, which I'm super happy about.
As it turns out, the Kiwis have a chili system to measure the intensity of the breakout loops. 1 chili being mild, 2 being hot, and 3, well...
below the grass, and there'll be a lot of cattle ruts.
Yeah.
So pugged, and then it dries out in the summer, so it'll be...
Yeah.
Kevin Archer, an enduro racing legend with multiple New Zealand championships under his belt. On any other day, he's a farmer, But today, he's here to line up in tomorrow's KTM Ultimate Race Qualifier.
Easy as
Greasy
grease,
as-
yeah. Should I?
Yeah.
Let's do it. What are you riding?
1190.
Oh, you're on the orange one? Yeah, yeah. Well, I got some. Mate, you get along. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it?
Oh, a bit of maintenance going on, Adam.
Did you drain that out of the bike? Rattling itself apart, is it?
Story time.
What's happening?
What are you going to tell me?
What am I going? What's the situation?
A lady just about took me up, just 2 minutes up the road here.
Really?
There's a cop coming the other way. She pulls out on the side street in front of the cop and right in front of me, and I had my hands off the bike and I was doing up my jacket, just coasting. And I was like, oh, so I grabbed.
So this is Tim, now affectionately known as Sweet Jesus. He's a regular at these events and this year is trying out for KTM's Ultimate Race Qualifier. But motorcycling aside, we'll later discover his real hidden talent.
The back of the trailer, and apparently it had been flooded. And I went, oh, okay, so there was obviously a creek out there. And then the second layer of that story was that Harry was standing on the handlebar in the water, and the water was up to his chin. And I thought, what the? Is this like an 80 PSI in Birchie's rear wheel again? Like, this is bullshit. Like, that just doesn't happen. But Maxim, you lost your bike.
Yes, I did. I'm sorry, my English is not so good, but it's real that we had a lot of water, and I really thank him to dive to find my bike. The good thing is that my bike is back, not starting yet. I expect maybe tonight. If someone is interested, I've got to sell it because I live back to France. I can make a good price, I think.
Too tight or anything, but try and keep moving. We're not going to be able to sweep every McDonald's, Burger King, sketchy time.
And while Birchie has a quick word for all the riders about tomorrow's transit day, Rosie has an important announcement.
12 people in total wishing to try out for the Ultimate Race qualifiers to be at the bivouac at Thames Racecourse. At 2, we will have the first series of challenges take place. This starts with a pass-fail bike lift. It is then followed by a wheel change.
Instead of Netflix, Bikeflix. Bikeflix. Look at this. Look at this one. Oh yeah, it's been there.
Back at the hotel, Maxime is hopeful KTM Australia's Harry Norton can bring his bike back to life.
This is like
A few 100k day and we're into the bivouac. The usual holiday ambience is now engulfed by the buzz of competition. What do you know about your Kiwi competition?
Oh, I know I've got some competition.
Yeah.
There's a couple of young hot shots that don't normally ride these big bikes. A couple of old hot shots too.
Couple of old hot shots.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that somebody falls down a hill somewhere and I can just gently ride past them, really.
This is pretty much your first outing on the big adventure bike, isn't it?
Yeah, loving it too.
And you reckon you can fast track your way straight to Morocco?
I wish. Nothing's going to be easy, I'll tell you that, especially with the amount of rain.
I'm guessing you're going into this ultimate race thing? Yeah, good on ya. Hey, why the hell not?
Oh, just have a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Like some ring-ins, I'd say.
Well,
A whole lot younger, a whole lot quicker than me.
let the qualifying begin for KTM's ultimate race. They'll have to put on their best race face in hope of qualifying to compete in an exclusive KTM 790 Adventure class in the Merzouga Rally.
No!
Everyone passed the first test. The boys are fired up. The next challenge is a special test. 3 laps timed twice. And what a sight to behold. Big bikes charging a slippery grass track.
first, but still in his riding gear. Matt Niche, well done. In third, we've got Kevin Archer. Where's Kevin? Kevin. In fourth.
Spectacular.
Isn't it?
Oh, watching those guys pump those big bikes around that track yesterday, a real highlight.
The Coromandel, they call it. Famous for what?
Mud.
We're looping out into the Coromandel today to witness the next stage of the ultimate race qualifier. And it seems we've overshot any chance of a decent breakfast. This Oriental grocery store will have to do.
I won't feed them.
I'm spending the day with two motorsport champions from around the world, both of which have discovered a passion for adventure bike riding.
5 times US National Enduro Champion, am I right?
Yes, yeah.
And now going out to pasture on adventure bikes.
I know, it's a pretty big change.
It
but
is.
Last time I was in New Zealand, I was just here racing bikes at the 6th day. So, but now I actually get to spend a little bit more time, less pressure, and just checking it all out on big bikes.
Enjoying yourself. It's great, isn't it? And I think the stigma, if there was one, of it being a bit of a geriatric exercise isn't really there, is it? It's cool.
No, it is cool. I think, average age is still a little bit above my own, but for sure I can see just a lot of potential for the kind of youth and kind of my age group getting into this sort of thing. I mean, it's what I want to do. I want to go explore.
To be able to go and spend so much time in the seat and ride on so much different terrain is, over a 6-day period it's just awesome. It really is. Taking you places that you wouldn't necessarily normally go, probably should go. Places you should go.
In your
own.
own.
Be doing it on a bike.
Given it's your own backyard.
Yeah, given it's your own backyard, exactly. But I wouldn't be doing it on a bike. So it's surreal actually.
Look excited for Dad. There you go.
Oh yeah, so you guys, are you like...
Here we go again. Lunch at an epic little estate, Port Jackson. Our riders raised $2,000 for the local school. The next stage of KTM's Ultimate Race Qualifier. This will be the end of the road for some who are struggling to even make the sighting lap of the special test. Race time. Current leader Sam Brown is just getting enough drive to climb the hill. Those precious seconds may cost him dearly. Good effort, sweet Jesus. But it's the end of the road for you, my friend. Another successful day's qualifying in the books. It'll be interesting to see if the tables have turned for some of the riders.
American? Alrighty, here we go, our top 5 for going into the final day of the ultimate race. Give these guys a round of applause, please.
The old bulls.
In first, we have Elliot Kent, and I must say...
Wow, Sam Brown and Matt Nish have been knocked off the top steps by the experience of Elliot Kent and Kevin Archer.
And so it begins, hey?
Day 6, the final day of the rally, and one last black breakout loop. The majority of riders are nowhere to be seen, as this section has been given a 6 chili rating, further pronounced with the title, the Carolina Reaper, arguably the world's hottest chili. I guess it's going to be impossibly slippery and steep. Somewhere ahead, the ultimate race competitors are rounding out their qualifying race. But back here in the muddy depths of the Carolina Reaper, a few of us are living the adventure bike dream. Well, sort of. It's not always about perfect conditions, happy trails, and movie set scenery. It's about grinding into the unknown with your mates, working as a team to reach your destination.
Sweet Jesus, what's the situation?
Well, this is pretty gnarly, just like Chris said.
Yeah.
My bike's up the top.
Is it on its side or is it on its stand?
No, sitting up the top.
Fit the words on the top. I wanted 6 chilies, but not on my own. So I convinced the boys to come along. started to rain. This could be heaven or hell for us again. It got slippery and steep, and it got slippery and steep, and Birch's words rang true. If you don't have the knobs, then don't do it too. Well, the thing was on my head, and to help was a must. To the pointless payments promised of brown fluffy stuff. I could see where the ultimate top 5 had passed through. The Carolina Reaper had held its name true.
That's what I got to.
That's awesome.
I would like first to thank all the KTM team to have done a lot of work on my bike to be able to finish the rally, especially to Harry to share the bed as all you know. And it was a great pleasure to have a chance to visit your country. That was the first time for me in New Zealand, and I'm happy to get the hard luck at least. That's the only award I can win this week. Thank you very much for everything.
And then there were 2. Good luck in Morocco, boys.
It was fantastic. The food has been just amazing.
Training from Morocco.
Yeah, training. I have to get some training. It's been, we did a bit of work. It's been 18 years since I raced the motorbike. And yeah, jumped back on my 1190, which I've had for a couple of years. And the last sort of month I've probably done 1,500 Ks and sort of a bit of road stuff. And then I get a phone call from Kev the other day, and he said, oh, we talk to each other pretty regularly. I said, oh, what are you up to? And he goes, oh, I'm coming on your rally. And I said, you're a wanker.
Heaps of fun. KTM and all the helpers obviously that put it together. Rosie, thanks, and Chris. And, yeah, what an awesome experience. And then winning this, and like Elliot and I come in here and we had a bit of a plan and pulled it off. So yeah, we did well.